Hello guys and welcome back to my channel for another episode of my FM21 tactic tester. This is episode 16 and today we have a returning creator back for his second crack at this tactic tester title. So without any further ado, let's get into things. I'll remind you guys of the rules. We'll take a look at our existing leaderboard and we will welcome today's creator back onto the channel. So guys, a reminder of the rules of this series. All tactics must have a proven record of success or achievement. All tactics will use the same team and fixtures for the test. That will be a simulation of a full Premier League season with Arsenal. No transfers will be allowed in either transfer window by the team. Tactics will be loaded in and the entire season will be simulated in one go. And all points, wins, goals scored and win percentage will be collected and displayed to find the best creator tactic out there. So now we've reminded you guys of the rules, let's take a look at the current state of our leaderboard. Here is the leaderboard then guys. We still have Mike sat at the top of the leaderboard with his 4-2-3-1 tactic that won him the Premier League title. With his impressive 73.85 win percentage. Obviously last week we welcomed Jay Credo onto the channel with his shake your ticky tacks formation. It was a 4-3-3 that managed to get him third in the Premier League with 83 points and an impressive 68.96% win ratio. As I've mentioned, we have a returning creator on to the tactic tester today. They are no longer in the top 10 and I'm sure they will be eager to claim a place back inside that top 10 table. So let's introduce them. So then guys, we are back in game. We are back at Arsenal yet again for another episode of this tactic tester. As I mentioned, we have a returning creator, someone who has been on the series previously. They were one of the original people onto the series and I am delighted to welcome back my favourite Welshman, JDFM. Now, for those of you guys who don't know who Johnny is, make sure you head over to his channel. I will leave a card in the corner. I will also leave all of his links in the description below. Head over, give him a subscribe on YouTube, give him a follow on Twitter, and give him a follow on his Twitch as well. I think he's going to start streaming on Twitch soon. Fingers crossed. He's a very nice guy, one of the nicest guys in the community that you will ever see. So make sure you go over there and do the nice things that you can on his channel. Previously, Johnny was on the tactic tester, and as I mentioned, he is no longer within the top 10 of our leaderboard. He was the second person on this tactic tester, so it is only right that we give him a second crack at the whip. So, as I said, we are back at Arsenal. This is Johnny's tactic. It is a 4-4-2 variant, I'd say. Is it a 4-4-2 variant? Yeah, let's say a 4-4-2 variant. Why not? I believe Johnny's done a breakdown of this tactic on his channel. I will leave a link to that as a card now in the top corner. So make sure you go and click on that. That will take you to Johnny's channel. That will take you to the video. And that will take you to where you can find this tactic. So, quick breakdown. I'm not going to go into too much detail. Sweeper keeper, inverted wing backs. Oh, Johnny, you dirty dog. Love it. Okay. Two inverted wing backs on either side, both on support. Ball playing defenders as defense. A deep line playmaker. Defensive wingers. See, now this has got stuff you don't see every day, and I love it. The inverted wing backs, the defensive wingers. I like that. I don't know how that's going to work with Arsenal, but we move. Then a shadow striker on attack, obviously, and then a trequartista and a target man. I don't know how this is going to work for Arsenal in terms of the defensive wingers. The attacking roles aren't necessarily perfect for Arsenal either, but I am very, very intrigued to see how the inverted wing backs get on, and this formation in general. Really, the diamond sort of works quite nicely, I think. Be interesting. It will be really interesting. Before we do get into things, guys, what we do usually do on the channel is we hit this quick pick button so you guys can have some faces to these positions and who the assistant at the current point thinks the best team is going to be. So pick without restrictions, pick the best 11. So this is what the assistant currently deems the best 11 in this formation as. And that is some interesting stuff already. So Leno in goal comes as no surprise. Hector Bellerin as the right back. Again, no real surprise. David Luiz alongside Gabriel. Okay. And then this is where the surprise comes for me. I really thought this would be Kieran Tierney, but it's not. It's Maitland-Niles as the inverted wingback on the left-hand side. Very, very interesting. Thomas Partey is the deep line playmaker. Willian and Saka make up the defensive wingers. Interesting. Mesut Ozil, obviously, I will say this specific tactic tester was set up before on the original database that the game was played in. So obviously Mesut Ozil is here. This is not a new database each time. We use the same file per person to keep everything as fair as we humanly possibly can. Then we've got Aubameyang as the trequartista and Alexandre Lacazette as the target man. So I am very, very intrigued, guys, to see how Johnny's tactic gets on. Give me a few seconds. We will simulate the season and I'll be back and we can take a look at how this did. So then, guys, we are at the end of the season. The full season has been simulated. We are just sat at the home screen. And the first thing that I can see here is that Arsenal have finished in second, which is a great result. 85 points, a fantastic points return. And Arsenal have broken inside that top four and quite comfortably as well. 5 points ahead of Manchester City, who are in third, and 7 points ahead of Manchester United in fourth. And they've got a massive cushion, 12 points over Chelsea in fifth. So a very convincing second place in the Premier League. It looks like Liverpool have run away with it again. No big surprise there. Wow. Next thing, top goal scorer, Lacazette, 43 goals for the Frenchman is very impressive. Saka getting a nice high average rating of 7.38 as well. Most assists coming down to that trequartista then, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Best pass completion coming to a centre-back. No real surprise there. As many as 9 man of the match awards for Saka as well. Most yellow cards, Gabriel and Maitland-Niles picking up 17 yellow cards. That is filth. That is a disgusting amount of yellow cards apiece. And Willian, Kieran Tierney and Thomas Partey all picking up a red card along the course of the season. So you'd imagine the old get stuck in is part of those instructions. So interesting. Let's get into the competitions and take a look at how this got on then. So we go into the competitions. Runner-up in the Community Shield. No harm there, losing to Liverpool. Knocked out in the Carabao Cup. Also by Liverpool. Winners of the FA Cup. It is the Arsenal trophy, isn't it? Arsenal fans in recent years will be loving the fact that they will pick up another FA Cup, I think, to be honest. And then knocked out in the quarterfinals of the Europa League by Hoffenheim. You'd probably expect a little bit better there. But second in the Premier League and winners of the FA Cup. Arsenal fans, do let me know down in the comments if you would be happy with this season. I personally think you would, especially considering where Arsenal are at current times. I think that's very good, to be perfectly honest. I think that's a very good season. Let's take a look at the Premier League in a little bit more depth. Liverpool, 30 wins, 4 draws, 4 losses. Who did Liverpool lose to? Fulham, Arsenal. Oh, so they did get a result against Liverpool. That's nice. Palace and Wolves. They did manage to score 107 goals. Jesus, that's a lot. 98 goals for this Arsenal side, though. Just the 37 conceded. So pretty good season all in all. Plus, what's that? Plus 61 in terms of the goal difference. 85 points. Absolutely smashing it out the park. Lacazette is the top goal scorer inside the Premier League, which is fantastic to see. Let's take a look at the schedule then and see how this season unfolded. So we take a look at the Liverpool game to kick off the season in the Community Shield. Lost 3-1. Mohamed Salah hat-trick. Ouch. Not a lot you can do against that. Liverpool are just that damn good in this year's game. So they start the season okay. Nice 3-0 against Sheffield United. 2-2 with Fulham. Probably a little bit disappointing. Willian getting sent off in the second game of the season when Arsenal are in a relatively decent position, and Ruben Loftus-Cheek getting the 83rd minute goal. Obviously Arsenal playing with a decent amount of people, a decent proportion of that tie with just 10 men. 30 minutes of that one still to go in that one. So then they beat Leicester in the third round of the Carabao Cup. 4-0, absolutely pasted Wolves. 2 goals coming in the 90th minute. Aubameyang and Lacazette doing the job there. Then they lost 4-1 to Liverpool, losing in the Carabao Cup 4th round. No shame there. Looks like Liverpool played a relatively strong side. Diogo Jota, Origi, Gomez and Virgil van Dijk with those goals. And then things start to pick up by the looks of things. Results against Leicester, Leeds. They beat Cluj in the Europa League. Drew 0-0 with Southampton. You probably would expect that result to go Arsenal's way. 5-1 against Molde in the Europa League, losing 2-0 against Palace. Interesting. It's a tough place to go, Selhurst Park. No complaints there. But then for the rest of November, absolutely sensational, not even conceding a goal. Beating FC Copenhagen in the Europa League, beating Spurs, beating Villa, drawing with Copenhagen again, and then beating Brighton, as I said, without conceding a single goal in the rest of the month of November. Then things start to continue. That is a very nice run that I've just caught out of the corner of my eye in January. For December, though, wins against Cluj, Molde, another victory against Spurs, beating Burnley 4-1, drawing 1-1 with Chelsea. Kai Havertz with a later goal there, and absolutely pumping Man City on Boxing Day at the Emirates. Hat-trick for Lacazette, hat-trick for Eddie Nketiah. That'll be interesting to see how he's got on this season. 2 days later, the return fixture. Man City kind of dish a little bit of it back, beating them 3-1. January is sensational, winning the entire month. Victories against Palace, Everton, Huddersfield in the FA Cup, Southampton, Leeds, Newcastle in the FA Cup, Leicester and Fulham. That is a sensational month there. Moving further down the table, further down the fixtures, defeating Wolves 5-2, beating Manchester United at home is a very good result. Beating Liverpool in extra time in the FA Cup, despite Liverpool being down to 10 men with Trent being sent off in the 22nd minute there. Drawing 1-1 with Sheffield United. Tough result. Bramall Lane, again, another relatively tough place to go. Beating FC Midtjylland 5-4 in the Europa League in the first knockout rounds, and then drawing 1-1 with West Ham. This West Ham fixture always slips teams up in these knockout stages areas. Drawing 1-1 with Midtjylland there, already going through those, so that's not too shabby. Only just making it, I suppose the 5 away goals kind of really does see that tie over and done with. Drew 2-2 with Newcastle as well. Callum Wilson on the score sheet twice for Newcastle there. Another month of full victories, beating Villarreal, West Brom, Villarreal again, Liverpool, Burnley, and then Chelsea in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup in March. Another sensational month. I think this is going to be a pretty good result, guys. So here's where they get knocked out of the Europa League. So they play Hoffenheim. They beat them 1-0 at home after beating Newcastle. Beat West Ham at home and then lose 3-0 away. That's a very strange result. Very strange. I'm very intrigued to see who won the Europa League. AC Milan, who probably shouldn't be there. Excellent. So then they beat Manchester United in the FA Cup semi-finals at Wembley. And not only did they beat Manchester United, they beat Manchester United comfortably. 3-0 is a very, very nice result at Wembley. They then go to Anfield and get beaten. Jordan Henderson scoring 4 in a 5-2 victory at Anfield. That is absolutely crazy. So they beat West Brom, beat Brighton, lose to Aston Villa, which is very interesting. Ollie Watkins with that goal. Beat Everton, then beat Manchester City on penalties in the FA Cup final. Let's take a look at this and see who missed the decisive one for City. And we will put the formations in as well. So this is where they sort of business end of the season. This is what the team looked like. So Leno in goal. Kieran Tierney, interestingly enough, playing as the inverted wing back on the right-hand side. David Luiz, Gabriel Maitland-Niles, Thomas Partey, Willian Rees-Nelson, Mesut Ozil, Lacazette, and then Aubameyang up top. So penalty scorers for Arsenal: Willian Lacazette, El Neni, David Luiz, and Mesut Ozil. So that means one of the 5 missed for Man City. Who was it? Gabriel Jesus, as he does a decent amount in real life. So FA Cup victory, and then they rounded off the season with a 2-1 loss away at Chelsea, and then a 1-1 draw against Manchester United. That's a late goal from Marcus Rashford as well, 91st minute. So all in all, I think this is going to be a very good score in terms of their win ratio. They've had a couple of months there where they've done really, really well. So we go into the analyst report now. General performance versus the rest of the Premier League. Absolutely smashing it in terms of goals per game and expected goals per game. Arsenal score a high number of expected goals per 90 minutes compared to the average, and competes a relatively average, decent number of passes. All in all, very good attacking formation, this one. So if we go into the scoring, take a look at the attacking efficiency. Our attacking statistics are very interesting. We manage more shots per match than average, and we are more clinical than a lot of teams. As you can see here, the conversion rate between 16 and 17% is absolutely fantastic. And also shots per game, 15-16 sort of region. They are creating an awful lot of chances, and they are absolutely smashing them home as well. In terms of the defensive statistics, we take a look here. Face fewer shots per game than the average, and we can see fewer goals than would be expected from the number of shots that we faced. Opposition conversion rate around 11% with around 9 shots faced per game. So the defense is obviously doing some business there as well. Oh my god. Okay, so here is the 4-4-2 diamond wide as it has been labeled here. In the last 50 games of this formation, you probably would have played just over 50-60 games, so this is just over the last 50. Clear-cut chances for and against, it is in the positive by 83. That is sensational, creating a chance every 31 minutes. I'm just giving up a chance against every 70, but to be honest, I'll take that. I'll take those odds 100% of the time. So if we get into the formations faced, who have we done well against? It's not actually ordering them in the way that I would like them to. Anyway, so the formations that it's done well against, a 4-2-3-1 wide, which it faced 39% of the time, plus 25 chances created and plus 32 chances created in terms of a 4-3-3 with a DM wide, creating a chance every 25 minutes. That is absolutely magical. I don't know what to say, guys. This Johnny is good. Okay, let's have a quick review of the squad then, and then we'll get into the table. So in terms of, let's have a look at some of the stuff you guys would like to see. So in terms of appearances, no surprise, Leno is at the top. Lacazette is in second. Then who's that? Gabriel, Maitland-Niles. So Maitland-Niles did play 48 games in that left wing back, inverted left wing back positions. Very, very interesting. Okay. In terms of goals, we know Lacazette is the top goal scorer. So Lacazette on 43, Aubameyang on 28. That's Willian on 22 as well, and 19 for Eddie Nketiah is absolutely fantastic. We go into assists. We've got 3 guys in double-digit assists. Aubameyang with 14, Saka with 11, and then Willian actually returning 22 goals and 10 assists is fantastic. Unbelievable return. You've also got 9 assists for Maitland-Niles and 8 assists for Lacazette. So over 50 goal contributions in the season from Lacazette. In terms of highest average rating, Matt Macy is at the top. He's only played 1 game, so we'll ignore that. Saka is the player of the season with the 7.38 average rating, then Lacazette, and then Willian. So very, very good result here from JDFM's tactic. I'm going to get my calculator out. We're going to take a look and see how Johnny is doing on the tactic tester leaderboard. I think this is a good one, guys. I'll be back in a sec. So I said I had a feeling, guys, and we have done it. We have a new person at the top of our leaderboard. Mike has finally been toppled by JDFM. He is now at the top of the leaderboard with his 4-4-2 diamond wide. So he won 1 trophy. Obviously, that was the FA Cup. He finished second in the Premier League with this 85 total points. He scored a very impressive 147 goals and conceded 63 in all competitions, and he comes out on top in 2 major categories here. Top in terms of goals per game at 2.67 goals per game, but also top in terms of the win percentage, which sees him go to the top of the table with 76.36%. Well done, JDFM. So guys, we have a new champion so far. Well done to JDFM. Well done, Johnny. It is nice to see someone else at the top of the leaderboard. Mike has been sat there for a considerable while, so I'm sure he will be eager to take that top spot back from yourself. It's great to see all these creators, all these different tactics, all these different shapes. It's not just the same thing over and over again. And I am pleased to say that Johnny is now sitting top of the tree. If you guys think that your tactic can beat Johnny and knock him off the top of the leaderboard, then please do get in touch either in the comments down below or contact me on social media. Those links will be in the description as well. And hopefully, guys, we can have another new leader soon, or will Johnny reign supreme for weeks and weeks to come? But that is where I'm going to leave things for today. If you have enjoyed today's video, if you have enjoyed seeing Johnny come top of the leaderboard, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here for daily Football Manager videos. I'll be back at 5 PM tomorrow with the second episode of our Retro FM series in Football Manager 2009 with Arsenal, so you guys are not going to want to miss that nostalgia trip. Hopefully, I'll catch you guys there.